you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hearer of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
Let me ask you this piece of blessed speak name out your presence, and let us continue on. Ahezaah is all powerful. I know I realize that there's sometimes I may speak and people may get lost in the mix of what I'm saying because the truth is so simple. But just as Ahezaah said, it raised me above those words. You know, that is simple. Although for most minds of people who are in the state that I was in, that's difficult. How could you be raised over the words of Allah, thinking that those are the words of Allah? Those words are printed in the book, and those words are interpreted, and those words are given to you. And then you interpret them in your mind to your understanding, taking them from somebody else's understanding. If you don't get those words in the same manner that Muhammad or whatever prophet brought the covenants down have received those words. Well, I wouldn't be talking to you anyway if you received them in that manner. So those can't be the words of the Lord. Absolutely, can they? No. No, because they got too many mixes. You think about it. I want a cup of coffee. Give me a little cream, a little sugar. Give me a little more cream. Give me a little more sugar. Yeah, give me a little more cream. Yeah, oh, that's just right. Now I got a little coffee with my milk. Is that coffee? You feel where I'm coming from? Is it the same? No, it's not the same. So Ahezaah did not to tell us to worship its words or to worship anything aside from it. It said worship it. Now, only way you're going to be able to worship it is that you have to realize, bring it to some form of realization that it is alive, that it is present, that it is near, that it hears, it sees, it knows, it's worthy of being worshiped. It is the power. It has to have some reason to be worshiped. If someone came to you and said, okay, I'm going to give you one gift, one of two gifts, you take your choice. I'm going to give you the word of Allah or the power of Allah. What you going to say? What you going to take? Most people would understand, say, give me the power. Why you don't want the word? Because the power is closer to the absolute. See, even the power of El is beneath El. The power of El is beneath El. And someone say, how could you say that? How could you separate its power from itself? All right, let's look at this magnificent master of creation manifesting its power in all these different things that it creates. Did you hear what I said? I said, let us look at this magnificent creator making its power known in all these different things. It must be above its power. If it can manifest its power in all these different things, It must be above it. It got to be above it if it controls it. Because you never heard about look at the power manifesting L. You say look at L manifesting the power. So it must be above its power. So is its power the thing to be worshipped? No. Because man worships its power, man falls astray. Man worship that power, then they want that power. A part of your worship, one of the greatest parts of your worship is you wanting to be of a thing. That's what worship actually means. Wanting to be of a thing. If you worship money, you want to be of that money. If you worship land, you want to be of that land. Whatever you worship, you want to be of that thing. Now, Ahezaah said, I created man for nothing other than to worship me. I created creation to worship me as a reflection of myself and my greatness. That's why everything created is drawn to the Creator. Everything tries to get back to the center of peace and harmony. Try to get back off from the trials, off from the friction of life. Try to get back away so they can be in harmony and peace. That's everything. Everything wants peace. Ahezaah is peace. L, it's the peace. It's the source of peace, the reality of peace, the force of peace. It's the only thing that can calm. Nothing else can calm. It is the calmer. So we as people have forgotten how to play the game of life. In knowing how to play the game of life, we know that it is for us to surrender ourselves completely to Ahezaah, to surrender ourselves to El in the manner of looking for it to teach us or to guide us in every step of the way that we take in life, in every single thing minus nothing. And it's the fool who will say, hey, I don't need it to show me how to walk. I know how to walk. No, you need Ahezaah to show you how to walk. And don't let Ahezaah prove it to you that you do. Because you'll be around here crippled. You need Ahezaah for every single thing. Ahezaah said all men are created equal. And the devil took that thing and twisted it. The advocates of the devil, the jinn, took it and twisted it. But when Ahezaah said it, it said that all things are created equally dependent upon it. Equally dependent upon it. After your dependence, everything else comes and reads. Think about it. After your complete dependence upon it, that's where everything else, that's where it changes. Your dependence upon the Lord El is the root of you. Once you sprout beyond the ground and show your face in creation, that's where the changes come about. Because now above ground, you are affected by everything. You start being affected by all the other illusions that you become acquainted with, relative with, or estranged from, that affects you to make you think that you need this and you don't need that, and you need this, that, and the other, and you don't need this, that, and the other. When the thing that you need is hidden, but you are rooted in it. Your complete need for El. Now that makes religion simple. But so many of us, we go about our ways making religion complicated. Now, I said earlier, this is the day of revelation. Do you think that Ahezaah is the only one revealing? The devil is revealing. Do you think that the devil, Satan, and his dupes is going to step back and just let Ahezaah do its thing? Ahezaah has authorized them to fight it, to fight me, to fight you. Man as a whole is losing the battle. Almost in every venue you see in the world, man is losing. In every situation, man is losing. They're looking to other men as gods and lords, masters. They're looking to other words as divine. Some people see themselves as gods or near gods. See themselves as having real power because the illusions that the Lord has given them in power as a trial for them has been so great and so continuous that they get lost to think that it's theirs for real. We as creatures of the Lord El, O-El, everything, we are indebted to El. It says that its new name is Ahezaah. We are indebted to call it Ahezaah. We are indebted to bow down, even though it's unseen, to believe that it is there, as it says it is. It proves to you every day that it's with you. It proves to you every day it's here, it's everywhere. It proves to you by what it does with the elements and what it does in what you call nature. It proves to you what it does with your mind. You can't control your own mind. The greatest monk, the greatest Buddhist, the greatest guru or whomever that you might think you know can't control their own mind. They practice controlling it.
Praise Ahezaah. Practice.
And once practice is over, they go back into their need to practice again. As long as they're practicing, they're attempting to control it. But the truly enlightened ones among them know that there's no control. They have no control. They are controlled. We go around here, we let people tell us how to worship Allah. We go around here, we fear men. We fear to stand with Allah the unseen, Ahezaah the unseen, and compromise and get with man who is only an illusion to power. It's only a reflection of the idea of power, a reflection of the word of power. I know many of you are afraid of pain. But we must go through pain to get the pleasure. When we were born, we knew pain first. Each and every one of us. We knew the pain of separating from our mother, even though we may not be aware of it. We knew it then. Each of us knew it when it was happening. Although that memory may have been erased away. But in the moments it was happening, we knew it. And we were born crying. And if that wasn't enough, the doctor smacked our behinds to make us cry. Oh, you stubborn. You don't want to breathe, huh? You don't want to believe that you're separated from her now, huh? Crack! Huh? Forced to take a breath.
Acknowledge it.
And that's the way we are walking through this womb of life now. We all have to be reborn again. And we don't want to come out of this dark womb and come into the light of truth about ourselves, about why we are created, about Ahezaah being our leader of religion, that no man can be a leader. Ahezaah said in the Holy Quran, through the mouth of Muhammad, only the righteous can uphold the holy temple. Only the righteous. And then the devil twisted it and started telling me, oh, you are the righteous. Are you the righteous? These are the righteous. And Ahezaah alone, El alone is the righteous. That is the way it is. It has always been and always will be. El is the right one. Alone. Everything else must be made to be or to exist right of it or wrong of it. That's why I said those who are born, those who worship on the right and those who worship on the left are not equal. Because it is our center. It is the center of everything. Everything is on one side or the other of it. It is right, and everything else must be made to be of the right or of the wrong of it. So we got to know that the devil is working hard this day of revelation to keep us away from ourselves, from our true selves, to keep us away from reflecting or looking into the mirror of our souls, to keep us away from looking into the mirrors of our minds, the mirrors of our emotions, our desires. We have to be wary to think that we know something, that we are smart, that we have a power of our own. We have to be wary. Because the devil wants you to think you're better, think you know, think you got something of your own when you don't have nothing of your own. You are in complete need of El. You don't even have your own self. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I can't prove that to you, but it will be proven to you. It will be proven to every creature that's been created that it does not, they, we, us. We don't have our own selves. Something else have us. We may think we have ourselves. We may think we own ourselves. But Ahezaah, the of all things, is the owner of all things. And we are one of the things of the many things, human beings. We don't have our own selves. Now, Ahezaah says, beg of it. Beg to be rejoined unto it in knowledge, in true awareness, in the light of the real, the light of truth. Beg it. So we pray and we hope that it gives us the power, the energy, and the will and the desire to beg it. We want, those of us who are aware, want to be free. It is free. We want to be of it, of El, free, to worship it, to want to be of it. And we want to be of it. We want man, those of the devil's advocates and those groping in the dark, to stop challenging us in our desire to be rejoined in mind to it. We want to be left alone with it, the alone that is written. That's what we want. But there are many religious people claiming truth that don't want that. They want the opposite. They want the opposition. They want themselves. They want to be free to rule themselves. They want to be free to walk through the Lord's worlds of things, free of it. They want to just do and have peace to do whatever they want to do. And that comes from them forgetting how to play the game of life. Like I said, Adam and Eve was never left alone. They try to make you think that Allah went somewhere, and then when it came back, it seen them naked. And they tried to hide it under leaves. That's all the devil's taught. And they even made it appear as though that in the book of Genesis is something that Allah set down, that El set down. Man put that together. Man touched that after Allah set down the truth. What book do you know in life that was holy that man have not touched yet? I only know one. And one man has touched that, and that's me. But once it comes out and be full in the light of the public, don't think that people ain't gonna touch it. Try to corrupt it. The first thing that came in acknowledgement of it from the mouth of one of the A.H.A.D believers was like, praise be to Allah. We don't have to read the Holy Quran no more. And I couldn't believe that came out of this person's mouth. When the first book of the Divine Book of Recitation states, honor the holy book, the Holy Quran, and protect it. Uphold it. Preserve it in its Arabic form. And this person said, praise be to Allah. We don't have to read the Holy Quran no more. Already ready to throw Allah's book away. If they could so sweetly and fastly throw Allah's book away, what about this book of Allah's? They could do the same thing in time. And I mean, The book wasn't even completed. It was still fresh, still in the oven, still baking. But that's man. That's man. But this devil is doing this thing today. It's hitting us from all areas, all corners. If you get caught up into this thing about the Masons and psychic phenomena and spirituality that the devil's advocates is putting across the theaters, across the television, into your minds, bringing it into your home, because you just open your door and invite the devil in through your TV set, and it just running around your house, man, throwing all this stuff on you, and you think that it's righteousness because you trying to look into mysticism yourself to some degree, and you think you getting something from the devil. You wrong. You lost. You lost. They ain't bringing up nothing new. The truth had been told by prophets long before me. They want to make masonry so mystical.
They're publicizing it on TV?
Yes. They want to do everything. They want to do everything to take your mind and twist it away from me. Now I said that and I paused. I gave you a chance to breathe. And I'll say it again. They want to do everything to take your mind away from me. Because I am the man with the Lord's plan. I am the man who understands. I am the man who will shake your hand. If I was a little more, tuned in, I could make that a rap. Call it preach rap. But yes, they have touched all your religious leaders, all your political leaders. The devil is doing this thing today. I feel for you people because you're being bombarded with evil. You're being bombarded. You have, if you want to be famous and you on television or you trying to make it in the media, curse the Lord Most High and they will put you up front. I'm not going to call names. We got some local people right here in the New York tri-state area who is now on regular TV, on cable TV, because they have been raunchy on radio and the little cable visions or other, situations. They have been raunchy and they have been saying things. They're wild. They was wilding out. Now they give them, okay, we're going to let you be the next Oprah. We're going to let you be the next, this person, that person, give you a TV show. Why? Because we're going to try to lead more people astray through you. When have a Caucasian politicians outright said he like a hoe? And I'm not talking about the H.O.E., because there ain't too many farmers out there. I'm talking about a W-H-O-R-E, hoe. But they got this hoe who was famous for doing lap dances, supposed to be a part of our destiny when she was a child. And they making her and her stupid husband being stupid from J to Z. Leaders for the New Age people. When have those demons raised up a black woman as their queen? Like this hoe. And if she ain't a hoe, she pretending to be a hoe, dressing like a hoe, acting like a hoe, throwing her ass up like a hoe. So as far as I'm concerned, she's a hoe. That's the devil's work.
Who of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed?